guys, Dinner Lady here. Right, so back to cooking again today. I have had 3 days rest and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But I am missing doing a bit of cooking now. So what I'm going to do, it is a requested one, but it was one I was planning on doing anyway. And it's a bacon and leek pudding. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients. Right, so the first thing I'm using is, we did have some cooking bacon left off Ian's bacon and egg pie. A few weeks ago. It's been in the freezer and there's 500 grams, in fact there's 502 grams there, but I'm going to use all of that. We have one big leek, and in our recipe we do put sage and onion stuffing in. Now I know these are different, the length and breadth of England. You've got the badger, the clanger, all sorts. I'm not doing it as that, I'm doing it as a steamed pudding like what my nana used to do. Okay, so if you think that's not traditional, it is, as far as we're concerned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a suet pastry. So I need self-raising flour, I've got some suet there and some water and some salt as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up the bacon and get that started cooking. Right guys, so I've chopped up all the bacon and I've washed and chopped up the leek as well. So I'm just going to get the bacon on to fry and I'll make up the pastry while this is frying off first. We want to get the flavour of the bacon to cook all of the leeks in as well. Right, so the bacon's on to fry. So what I want is, I want 300 grams of self-raising flour. I'm just going to weigh that out. Come on. Oh, a little bit over. Typical me. Rushed it. There we go. And I want 150 grams of suet. I haven't got an open packet if I haven't got enough here. Sorry, a new packet if I haven't got enough here. So I'm just going to, so I want 150 grams of suet. No, I knew there wasn't going to be enough there. So, let's open this one up. I love suet pastry, I must admit. And to be honest, you don't have to let suet pastry rest either, which is one of the best parts about it. Right, then two over there, a pinch of salt into here, give this a bit of a mix. Don't need that any longer. Just get this all mixed in. And then add enough water to bring it to a dough. So with suet you don't have to rub in the fat to the flour or anything like that. It is a simple pastry. A bit more. Get my hands in there just to have a feel of it. Hands are clean, guys. Oh, I definitely need more water than that. There was about 200 mils of water altogether here. Another drop, just a drop. Thing is, all flours absorb water differently. or liquids differently, so you know you have got to just play it by ear. Can't give you a total specific amount. So that's done. So I'm just going to check on the bacon and I'll come back to you. Right, so the bacon is cooking nicely there. Now, I say it's going to be steamed for about 3 hours, so it doesn't need to be cooked all the way through. And then we're just going to get the leeks in there. It's like I say, 1 large leek this is. Just going to let that wilt right down. So we're going to get rolling the pastry and I'll bring you back over for that. Right, so I've got the pastry on the board there now. Just going to move that out of the way before I knock it over. And what I'm going to do is roll this out. It looks a bit dry, but it actually doesn't feel dry. Turn it over. See any lumpy bits? That's the suet in there. That's just the nature of the beast. Right, so I've already greased me pudding tin. So what I do with this now, so I take a quarter, roughly, off for the lid. Oops. That over. And this goes into here. It's as easy as that. And then with any pastry you can bound it together, so that bit up there, we'll just make sure that that's all in. You've got any bits that you need patching, you've got overhang here. Make sure. And that's your pudding dish done. So I might take just a little bit off here just to make sure that I have got enough pastry here for the lid. Just want to stick just a little bit. Oops. Perfect. So I'll wash my hands, clean up a little bit here, and then we'll go back over to the stove. Right, so as you can see I had it on too high a heat, so I've got some nice crispy bits of leek now, but that'll just all add to the flavour. Now what we do now is we add in our stuffing mix and a little bit of boiling water, or you could use stock. Just let that cook for a little while, just to rehydrate that. Oh, dropping bits out. That stuffing mix. A little bit more water. It doesn't look much, but if you could smell it, it smells amazing. Memories brought back. A little bit of salt, not too much because you've got the bacon in there. And some white pepper. I'm going to turn this off now. Well, we'll get the lid ready for our pudding. I'm using the steam part of the kasori, so I've already got some hot water in there. So it's just a matter of making up the pudding and putting the lid on. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is get some baking paper out. Just cut this off. There, like that. And then a bit of foil, about the same size. So, what we're going to do, today's self-raising flour, I'm going to put a bit of a pleat in there just in case it actually does rise a little bit. So, what we'll do now is get our filling in. Slight bit of water to do that. Let's do this around the edges, just as you would normal any day pastry, just for it to stick together. You don't need egg or anything like that, literally water. Right. Then we'll get our lid on. First thing we'll do is press them together all the way around. I mean, if you wanted to wait and cool down the filling, you could. You don't really need to. Now you can either cut them edges off or you can just turn it over, which is what I'm going to do. Maybe a bit too much on there. Just turn them over. Just doing the way my nana used to do it. She didn't want to, nothing fancy, just rustic. Right, then we pop that on there. Now what we do is we get a bit of string. Oh, just drop my string. Go all the way around. So I'd say about that much. Pop that round under the lip of the lid bit, and then you just tie that in here as tight as you can get it. Like if you had another hand there, but we don't, so we make do. Right, now I'm going to bring you over and we'll get this into the steamer and we'll get that going for about 3 hours. Right, so as you can see, I've put the rack in there and I've already put some hot water in there. I'm just going to put these there a second. Your pudding. Just put that in. Put your lid on. And we want it on don't know if you can see that, you can anyway. That's better. We want it on, where is it? Cook steam. There we go. And I'm going to put that up. Oh, it goes better if you keep your finger on it. 3 hours. And then press start. And there we go. And what we're going to have with this is some mashed potato and some onion gravy, which I'll bring you back to show you shortly. Right, so I finished work now. It's got about 20 minutes left on the pudding. I've just put potatoes on to boil, and now I'm going to do the onion gravy. So I've got another butter in the pan there, and I'm just going to add in the onions, let them set off for a little while. That's all melted. I'm just going to turn that down nicely and just let that go about 10 minutes. Then we'll put some flour in, some stock, and we'll make our gravy. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Right, it hasn't been 10 minutes yet, but when I'm making the gravy, I've got a ham stock cube, so I'm going to use that with it being bacon in the pudding. So I'm just going to make that up now. Right, so they're lovely and caramelised now, really soft. So what I'm going to do is, I've got 350 mils of the ham stock. So I'm going to put a dessert spoonful and a half of just plain flour, or any flour that you've got, into here. Just cook the flour out. You don't want it to taste floury at the end. Just give it a couple of minutes just to make sure it's well incorporated. Got about 3 minutes left on the pud, but I want to let that rest for a few minutes after it's finished as well. So I'll show you when it comes out. Now I was thinking, after I'd said that I was using the cassoulet, you can do it in a pan with some water. Just put an upturned small plate, just so it's not actually hitting the bottom of the pan. Make sure you have a good tight fitting lid, and also make sure that your water doesn't run out either. So I think that's just about done there now. Just going to add in the stock. Because you've incorporated well, you don't have to add it bit by bit. And as soon as it comes, that was hot water by the way, and you can see it's starting to thicken straight away. So that to me is absolutely lovely. Just going to get a little spoon just to taste it, just for salt and pepper. Oh, that's nice. You can taste the onions, you can taste the ham stock. Doesn't need any more seasoning. Right, so as soon as the potatoes are done, well actually 2 minutes left on the pud, I'll take that out and I'll show you it. Right, so the pudding's out of the oven. I'm just gonna, out of the steamer. Just gonna get rid of that and let's have a little look. So you never know. Oh, look at that. Just get rid of that. Oh, look at that. Right, so what I'm going to do is, you might have to get the big guns back out for this. I don't think 2 tea towels are going to suffice. I'm just going to turn this over like so. Took the wrong one off. one back on. Just get the knife straight off. Look at that, guys. Right, so I'm just going to put that to one side until the potatoes are finished, and we'll get this all dished up. But I hope you agree that that does look absolutely amazing. Little bit coming out of there, but lovely and soft, not crispy, just the way that you need it. Right, so I'm just going to do the mash now, and then we'll come back and we'll plate it up. Right, so it's all done now. So I'm just going to put a bit of mashed potato on there for Ian. Not a big mash fan, so not a huge amount. That's all done. Using my new ricer. And now let's get on to this pudding. So, let's put it straight down there. I hope you can see this all right, guys. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to get tell you what, as soon as I've cracked into that, the smell. I'm going to turn it that way so you can see the filling. And there, so you can see it all as well. Now, so, and a little bit, I'm just going to pour, maybe a little, sorry, it's a little bit shadowed there. The ham, onion gravy, we really could have done with a few greens on there. However, I didn't have any. I should have forethought that. But now, anyway, it's time to have a taste. And if it tastes anything like it smells, I am really looking forward to this one. Right, there you go. Look at the steam in there. Beautiful.
Right, guys, right, I'm looking forward to this one. It looks and smells absolutely delish. So I'm going to try some of the pudding first. I love the sweet. Look at that.
It's like having pie wrapped in
Proper,
dumpling, isn't it?
It's proper comfort food.
It's hot.
That is absolutely delicious. The suet's perfect. The bacon's perfect. And that gravy. That gravy is delicious. That's more like an American style gravy, isn't it?
It's because I used a ham stock cube. I didn't use beef or chicken, I used a ham one that we had.
That's just what you need on a night.
I just thought with it being bacon,
cold
the ham stock
night.
would probably be better.
On a cold winter night, that is perfect.
And that's what we've got.
Wowzers. Wowzers. There's some of the leek in there as well, you can still see the leeks. That is, I'm going to get a full monty here. Let's get the big mouthful. Wow. There's nothing else to say about that. That is absolutely delicious.
Do you know what I was thinking the day? That would make an absolute perfect Sunday dinner.
It would. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have one this week, so it is like our Sunday dinner.
Have you done a steak and kidney before?
Yes.
I thought we had. But the suet, the old style suet puddings, suet savoury puddings are just delicious, aren't they?
And to be honest, guys, it's so easy to do. You don't have to rest suet pastry.
Wow.
You can just put it all together. I actually did that in my 45 minutes lunch this afternoon, from start to finish, to get it into the steamer.
That is banging.
And then when I went back to work, it was just steaming away.
That is absolutely banging. Can't wait for this video to end now so I can go and eat it and finish it off.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well we'll leave it there. Again, just as always, thanks everybody for all the likes and stuff and the shares and anybody that hasn't subscribed, please consider doing so. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's, we really enjoyed the weekend off.
But I must admit,
we did on Sunday, we did absolutely nothing, did we?
Well, we roasted the chicken in the
We roasted the chicken, we had chicken sandwiches for our dinner, and I didn't even get out in my pyjamas all day. We just sat and watched telly, which we haven't done for months and months and months and months, you know, like sat and watched box set. And it was just the perfect end to the weekend. It was just brilliant. We did our normal stuff on the Saturday, but it was nice not to have to cook for a video, you know. It was nice to just do our own thing, have what you want.
And I think I've enjoyed cooking tonight more.
I enjoyed doing mine yesterday.
Because it wasn't, because we had that time off.
Yeah, we've had, like 3 days off basically, innit?
Well, it was for me. You had 2.
I've had 2 days off.
No, actually you had 3 days.
No, I've had 3.
Friday, yeah.
We did Friday, so yeah. It's just, I think it's just what we need, so anyway.
Yeah, we're waffling.
We'll leave it at that, and we'll catch you guys very soon, so thanks again for watching, everybody.
Thank you so much. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.